Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So today we would be understanding the poem Voice of the Rain written by Walt Whitman as part of your English syllabus for class 11th. Now this poem basically describes rainfall from the perspective of rainfall itself. So it is a personification. Essentially the rainfall is speaking for itself and we understand its perspective. We understand the beauty of rainfall and the voice of the rain. So let's look at this beautiful poem and understand the depth hidden within it. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower. So the poet is asking the soft falling shower, who is your creator? Who has created you? Like we all have been created because of our parents. Who has created that rainfall? Right? It's asking. Now let's listen to the voice of the rain, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. Now, strange to tell, we don't generally hear raindrops speaking, right? We don't hear rainfall speaking, right? So similarly, it's been called strange to tell because of that reason. It says, I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So I am. Now, poem here is symbolic of expression. Now, the earth often, we perform many of our activities on earth. But sometimes the earth also expresses itself, and rainfall is that very expression of the earth. So the poem is basically alluding to a form of expression, a medium of expression. So earth is expressing itself through rainfall. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. Now you all would have learnt about the water cycle, isn't it? Let's understand two important words hidden within this here. Eternal means something that never comes to an end, something that constantly cycles and comes back to the same place, right? Something that never comes to an end. It has no end as such, right? Now this is symbolic of rainfall actually leaving an everlasting impact on all of us, as well as a scientific fact that you all know about the water cycle, how raindrops go up in the form of water vapor, form clouds, come down, then once again they go up. The cycle continues, so that's why it's eternal. Impalpable means something that cannot be touched. So you cannot touch water vapor as it rises, right? So that's why it's impalpable. Out of the land and bottomless sea. Sea does not, it is being portrayed as something that does not have an end because it's very, very deep. Upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. So it's moving up to the heaven and vaguely formed. It's not very clear. Like clouds are not very crystal clear. It's not something very concrete, right? It's vaguely formed, altogether changed. So it's changed its state, but yet it is the same. It's that same water, even though its state is being changed now, right? In the form of vapor, and then it goes on to form clouds. I descend to lave the droughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe. Now this is the function of rainfall. What does rainfall basically do? It not only quenches the thirst of millions of people, it also gives water. It's a source of irrigation for farmers. So important. Lave basically means to wash, and droughts and atomies. So many people suffering, like what's happening in India and Vidarbha region, in areas like Usmanabad, Marathwada, all these regions. What does rain basically do? It satiates them. It helps in watering the fields and watering the crops. Atomies and dust layers of the globe. So atomies are basically skeletons, right? So they're now skeletons, again symbolic of those people who really require water. Those things and those creatures that require water more than us human beings. They also require water for survival, isn't it? Dust layers of the globe. So those deserts and those areas that are suffering from droughts, basically, they also require water to survive and to prosper. And all in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. So like you plant a seed, unless it is given water, how will it grow? How will it turn into a tree that can bring about happiness and that can give shelter to humanity? How can that happen unless it is given water on a regular basis? That is what this rainfall does. Latent means hidden, and unborn means something that cannot germinate, right? So it does not germinate, it cannot bring about happiness to humankind. And forever by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. What a beautiful line. So it's giving back life to its own origin, which means that what went up now is once again coming down. The water vapor that is going up from the oceans will once again, and from the oceans, not only the oceans, the other sources of water as well, the rivers, the glaciers, all it's moving up and again it's coming back. So replenishment is taking place right over here. So it's giving back life to its own origin and make pure and beautify it. So again, it is beautifying its own origin and making it even more pure, right? So many creatures live within the oceans. So they require that amount of water, right? Oceans, rivers and other lakes. So all these, they require the requisite amount of water. So do the creatures. That is what is important, and that's why it's beautifying it, because it's adding value to that water and to the creatures living within. Now we come to the brackets. The poem is officially over, but now the brackets are essentially important because they are the perspective of the poet. So now we look at the perspective of the rainfall. Now we look at the perspective of the poet. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment wandering. So now this is being compared with a song, right? So we all heard about the poem of the earth, but a song, essentially a singer, what does a singer do? A singer basically wants to please an audience and wants to soothe the hearts of audience, right? Same way, the earth also wants to bring about happiness, wants to bring that smile on the faces of people, right? So it issuing from the birthplace, which is, there's no defined birthplace as such, because earth is just, it's being compared to literally everything, the atmosphere, the water that is moving up, the water bodies. The earth is essentially something that cannot be definitively said, okay, this is earth, right? So after fulfillment wandering, so after it's being after fulfilling its deeds, it is wandering around, right? And it's fulfilling, various areas of the globe. It's giving water to those people. Wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Very important line. Now, a musician will not be able to please each and every person who is listening to him or her, right? There'll be a few people who will be impressed. There'll be a few people who will just say, okay, does not make a big difference. There'll be a few people who may not even like it. But the intention of the musician is most important. Similarly, the intention of the earth is spread love. Duly with love returns, right? Whatever I'm doing is with an element of love. I don't have any ulterior motive behind doing anything, right? How can anyone have ulterior motive while dropping rainfall on the earth, right? But wrecked or unwrecked, in the sense, whether you pay heed to the rain, whether you don't pay heed to the rain, whether you give that amount of attention to the rain, or whether you say, okay, it's just coming and going, it does not make a difference, I will continue doing my job. I will continue singing the song of love and happiness. That is the message that is coming out of the poem, right? The earth is trying to help us. The earth is trying to bring about happiness in this world. Similarly, we also can sing such songs. And singing does not mean that you need to have a good voice. Essentially, it means you can spread about positivity. You can spread about your thoughts, your positive thoughts, and create a positive environment around you. So that, irrespective, some people might say that, okay, does not matter what will happen whether you say something positive or negative. But so that you're able to create that essential environment that can not only lead to your growth, but it can impact society in general, and it can have a positive impact and impression on the world, because it happens, boond boond se to sagar banta hai. So once you begin doing it, you begin taking the initiative, the world will also begin to change along with you. So I hope that this poem was much more clear right now, and I hope this explanation was helpful. So do subscribe to my channel and do continue following up with me. If you wish to contact me for explanation of a specific video, then you can contact me on my Instagram handle, that is anirudh.naveen.0305. So you can follow me over there and you can send a message to me. I will reply back as soon as possible, right? So I apologize for the delays with regard to the videos, but I promise to be a little more regular in the future. Namaskaram. Thank you so much.